Over the 10 movies in its core series, the Fast and the Furious franchise has introduced a massive number of characters into Dominic Toretto's family. However, the franchise is all about family, including people not born into it. In addition to Dominic's blood family, there are members who Dom basically adopted into his inner circle, all of whom he considers family. This includes names like Han, Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and others who have come and gone. However, there is also one problem. When someone joins, they seem to be there for life because no one ever stays dead. This means that the Fast and Furious family has grown to an almost ridiculous level. With Deckard Shaw and Luke Hobbs, Brie Larson's Tess, and the somehow still alive Giselle Yasha, Gal Gadot, it seems that Dom's family has almost become overly abundant and, in some cases, redundant. One of the biggest complaints is that no one ever stays dead in the Fast and the Furious movies, but there are a few members who seem redundant that could change that complaint, one of which is Natalie Emmanuel's Ramsey. Ramsey doesn't add anything new to the Fast team. Ramsey and Tej have the same role on the team. Natalie Emmanuel has been great in her role as Ramsey, but there is a problem with her character as it was written. She is basically just another version of Tej. Ludacris has played Tej since the second movie in the franchise, Too Fast Too Furious, and he is one of the most popular characters thanks to his quick wit and one-liners. He is the main tech whiz and helps develop the gadgets that they use in their missions. Ramsey is a computer hacker and helps Tej create his gadgets. This creates a nice dynamic between Tej and Ramsey, but they play the same role and exist only to help each other in the franchise. This seems redundant, and Ramsey's primary role appears to be just playing off Tej and giving him a hard time throughout the movies. While this helps with the franchise's playful banner, she seems to be the least integral part of the family, which means she could end up being used to help fix an ongoing franchise issue. Ramsey is someone the Fast and Furious movies could have used to fix an ongoing issue. Death has lost its meaning in the franchise. Vin Diesel as Dom with his family in Fast X. With death no longer having any meaning in the Fast and Furious movies, the franchise needs to kill someone and leave them dead to make it really mean anything anymore. With Ramsey as a second version of Tej, but one that is not as connected to the audience as her male counterpart, her death could finally help fix that problem. However, this likely won't happen, and honestly, it should never happen, especially if that is the reason. The term women in refrigerators is used in comics to represent killing a female character to help push a male hero's story forward. To kill one of the few leading female characters in the Fast and Furious franchise to make a point that death matters is an even worse use of fridging women. One of the main stars already complained that the franchise devalued women early in the series. Michelle Rodriguez threatened to quit if women weren't treated better in the franchise, via LA Times. This also might have helped Giselle return in the last movie. However, that doesn't mean the franchise can't make deaths matter. Jacob Toretto, John Cena, appeared to sacrifice himself in Fast X, and he should stay dead to prove that death can still mean something. Jesse died in the first movie and stayed dead. Vince died in Fast 5, which was the highest profile death that stuck. While Ramsey is redundant to Tej, if the next Fast and Furious movie wanted to deliver an emotional punch, Tej could die. That would prove that death finally means something again.